Good afternoon, I'm Tina Laster and you're back at Laster Farm. And today we've got a lot going on and I'm so glad to be outside working and trying to get some things done around here. We are going to level up these places in between our garden beds. And we're going to get our plastic put down and we're going to start putting down our rock down our pathways. And so I don't know how much we'll get done today, but I'm so excited to get that going. And yesterday I ended up processing and preserving my plums from my plum tree. I ended up with about 14 half pints of my plum jam. And so I got my onions. Steve and I got those hung up and got those hung up in the pantry to dry. And I ended up taking the green stems that were still on them off, and I put those in the dehydrator and got those done up. So we're doing quite a bit around here. I haven't got the cabbage processed yet, but I will. It's just a lot to that, getting the slaw and everything processed. Okay, so today let's get started on this. Leveled up a little bit. We may have to make several passes through here with the tiller. Okay, we're back out here. We had to take a break. It was so hot, but it looks like it's blowing up a storm. The wind is getting up and it's a little cloudy, but we're gonna try to get out here and get as much done as we can before it starts raining. Maybe it'll hold off and just give us a good cool breeze because it was hot. And Millie's coming to help, and I think Eli may be coming. She's going to be watching the grandbaby for rain gets here. Too hot for them.
Oh, your camera's in the way, man.
Hi. That needs to cut with the knife right there. Get that knife from me and it'll be good. it. Put the plastic down over here. We'll see. Eli's getting it done. Hey, you can chop that down. That big tall thing. Them big tall ones, you can chop it down. I don't think he was expecting me to have him on camera. Well, we got a good downpour of rain and the wind is still blowing. I think the rest is just going to kind of blow over, and it cooled us down out here really good. The kids got soaking wet, couldn't get them in out of the rain, and so they got wet. I told them to go change their shirts because I don't want to get sick out here. But anyway, the wind is still blowing. It feels great out here, so now we don't have that hot afternoon. You know, sometimes I know God hears us when we're complaining about the heat. He sends us a rain like that and a little bit of wind. We can't complain. We can't complain about that rain and that wind because it cooled everything off. And so now we're going to get back and get started and get some more loads and get this second run filled up. So maybe the rain will hold off for us. So let's finish this up. This afternoon has been raining on and off. So the kids come back out to help us with this second run, and it just kept on wanting to sprinkle. So I sent the kids back inside, and because I didn't want them to get sick, and it felt so good out here I couldn't resist to stay out here and just keep working. So I turned the camera off, put it up and out of the rain. But I want you to see, I'll just give you a walkthrough on what we did get through today. So let me flip the camera around. Let's come in from down here underneath the trellis. Okay, I put up a piece of 5-cord board down here at the bottom, and we ended up that way it would block off the rest of the gravel where it wouldn't fall out, because this side over here I'm not ready to put gravel down there yet, because I think we're gonna have to go ahead and start on the outside kitchen. That way I'll be able to. But just look at the difference it's made. I mean, it feels great under your feet. It doesn't feel like pea gravel where your feet just sink down in there, and it doesn't feel hard like concrete. It kind of gives you a bounce, and it doesn't feel like that hard 33C. It's a really hard rock to walk on, but it gives you that soft cushion under your feet with that little bit of the give. But I've always liked this rock, that number 8 stone. It's a small stone, and it's just about the size of pea gravel. It's just a really fine rock, and I love it. And we got 2 little helpers out here today. We've got Harley and we've got Bean. They're both out here. The other 2 puppies went to their new homes, and so Saturday they got to go home to their new homes. But it just looks great out here with this rock. I mean, I'm loving it. And I still, look at my pile, I still have a lot of rock left, probably about half. So that's gonna help at least get half of my garden and everything out here that I want to get done in this gravel. Look up, I didn't put anything back here because we didn't get out here quick enough and put, you know, our wall up, and we're really not sure what we want up. So we're gonna have to do some dirt work back here and along this bank and build us a wall in, and then I'm gonna put pea gravel down here in the front, down all the way down. But that's another project. So I wanted to build my boxes around my trees. I got this pear tree, and I've got 2 more pear trees down here that I want to build a wooden box around, and I want to put mulch around the base of these 3 trees. But I want to put a fence back up down this side like we had before, right in line with our main entryway to our garden. And I either want to put rock all the way up to the bottom of the fence. I think that's what I want to do. If I put the rock all the way up to the base of my fence, down low to the ground, it will keep my rock from going out. So if I put 3 planks up and put the 1 plank down at the bottom, and then put 2 planks, and then I'm going to have my fence wire on the inside. That way if anything pushes against it, it won't pop it off. If it's, I don't think I'll have a horse or anything like that big in my backyard, but I'm just saying, put my fence on the inside, put the planks on the outside just for looks. And then look what's coming back. The wisteria that my father-in-law ran over on both sides. It didn't come back last year. It did not. But I was hopeful, and I kept my rings up around these plants just in case. And lo and behold, if they didn't come back this year, look how much they've grown just this year. And the other one is up, coming up too. And I'm so thankful that they're coming back. Here it is down there. And then I've got this hot mess over here. But I haven't let Eli weed eat it yet because I have not moved my blackberry bushes out of there, my blackberry vines. And those blackberry vines, I'm gonna move those over along the fence that I'm gonna put up over here by my chicken coop. And I wanna put them inside of here. I want all of my bushes and everything that I can possibly put in here as far as my blackberries and different berries and trees. I want inside to the fenced in area because we do have deer that come up, and we do have rabbits and things like that that stay in our yard. But I'm loving it. I'm loving how it looks so much pulled together now. And I'm putting it in pretty thick. I know it's at least 4 inches. In some places it may be 6 to 8, but I kind of leveled it out a little bit. But I'm loving it. Everything has grown so much. And this rain that we got today, I know that it's just going to come alive. It's just going to keep on growing. And I know that some of my 100s kind of got, the ends of them kind of got damaged just putting the rock in and bringing the tractor in through here. But I think they're going to be okay. They still have a lot of blooms on them, and I think they're still going to look good. So I'm hopeful that everything's gonna be okay with those. But and my onions, I may end up just having to pull them because they're starting to all lay down. I was hoping to keep my red ones in the ground just a little bit longer and get a little bit more growth out of them, but I do not want them to rot. And look at my potatoes. They are really taking a beating in this heat. I'm hoping that I've got at least a couple more weeks on here for them to grow, but I don't know. Maybe so. I'm hoping. I don't want to pull them premature, but look at these. This one's, you know, it's got some dead on it. They're growing out. But everything is just looking so good. And this rock, you feel a little taller because it's more, you know, you're standing up just a little bit taller close to these beds. But I'm loving it. I'm drowned out here. I feel like a wet rat. My hair, and I just got my old work clothes on today. But maybe these zucchini and my squash will grow some more. And my poor little zucchini plant took a beating with the tractor. I broke some of the leaves off and gave them to Rufus, our pig. But we still have a lot of little yellow squash coming along. Let's see how many's on that plant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's, you know, just on one plant. So that is great. And let those come on out, and I'll have to put those in the freezer. And I may end up having to pull these because the cabbage worm is starting to really gnaw on this one. But my other ones, like I said, I have not started on my slaw yet, my vinegar slaw, and I've got to get that done. But these tomatoes, look at this. They are just doing great. Now this one, I may have to come back and tie it up some more, but I'm really scared to. I'm really scared that if I try to tie that up, it's gonna break it. I may get out here and try to do that. But these are huge. These limbs are just so long. But I'm loving these plants. Look at that. It's beautiful. I'm glad that these archways are 4 foot. I really should have made them wider. I was out there working in the midst of doing my tour of what we had gotten done today, and my battery died. So anyway, I brought my camera back in and charged it up, And as it was charging, Steve and I went back outside and we tied up all of our tomato plants and got those good and secure. We should have done that before we started on our gravel, but you know how anxious I get. You know, I want to go out there and get that gravel done. But anyway, we got those tied up. There was a couple of my potato plants that had died and wilted, and so I went ahead and dug the potatoes underneath them, and one was a white potato and the other one was a red. I got 5.5 pounds of potatoes off of those two. My white ones didn't do that great. I took some pictures and I'll show you at the end of the video. And also I ended up pulling the rest of those onions out there because the stems on them had already laid over and they felt a little soggy, and I just didn't want those to rot, so I went ahead and pulled them. And as we were tying up the tomatoes, you know those little bitty pepper plants that I planted out of the greenhouse, they were up under there. No way that they could get any sunlight or grow or prosper. So Steve and I dug those up and we put those in that onion bed. And so maybe those will do good. And since we tied up all of our tomatoes on that long row, our pepper plants that were down on the very end, now they can be, you know, be seen. They can get some sunlight and start blooming. So I'm hoping that they'll start putting peppers out on those pretty soon. And I noticed the very tops of them, they look like they were getting ready to bud and start to bloom. So I can't wait to get peppers off of those. But the ones that we set out in the onion bed, it's going to take them a minute to grow some peppers on those because they're way behind. But at least I've got a start of them. And anyway, I wish it hadn't rained us out, but I think we're going to get rain for the next couple of days. And so who knows what kind of weather we're going to get around here. But if I can, we'll get another video back out there real soon, because Steve and I are finally going to start, if it doesn't rain in the morning, we're going to finally start on the porch and the roof of the tool shed and get that started. So anyway, thank you so much for following along with me here at Laster Farm, and thank you so much for those subscribers that just came in this week. We've gotten several subscribers in, and I thank you so much for that. And anyway, I am still working on the basket. We should do a video on that this week, and everybody can get their name in the drawing for the gift basket. So just continue to follow along so you can get your name in there for that drawing. Well, God bless you. Until next time, we'll see you back here at Laster Farm. Bye.